What's up, beautiful besties? Welcome into Turning Tides Tarot. Thank you all so very much for being here with me. Before we begin, I do want to let y'all in on what I was picking up today as I was getting ready. Spirit was showing me someone who was perhaps doing what I'm doing now, doing some cleansing in their space, and maybe even doing some like protection rituals and things like that because they felt as if they were under some sort of spiritual attack. Okay, and I'm really channeling a scenario here where you may have felt that, like deep down, like something was just really off. Okay, maybe I'll just, you know what, I'll keep smudging while I speak on this. You may have felt that something was off. Okay, and it maybe felt like everything that you were trying, um, like you were swimming upstream or something. Like everything that you tried to start, every plan, every idea that you tried to get off the ground here was getting like maybe smacked down by some invisible forces. Okay, you may have been feeling very exhausted, very tired, and maybe even edgy and irritable for like no good reason. Maybe even a little bit paranoid. Okay, it may have felt like the universe was literally working against you recently, and I feel like I want to come through and confirm here that yeah, you were under some kind of spiritual attack here, some kind of spiritual warfare. And I feel like it was this kind of attack here that really messes with your vibe and your flow and your energy, right? But I feel like you fought back. Okay. I feel like, like I said, like you were lighting your smudge. I feel like you were pouring out your cleansing prayers, and sending that energy right back to whoever dared to try to block your shine. Okay. And I have to tell you that it worked. All right. I do feel like the fog is starting to lift, or it has recently lifted completely. I feel like you're getting this renewed sense of energy. And I feel like, the blockages are starting to clear out for you. Okay. And so, with this vibe, right, I just feel like whoever the spiritual enemy, let's say, was really didn't see you coming, or maybe they underestimated your own powers, your ability, your spiritual rank. I just want you to know that you were right in feeling that and to protect yourself. And I just feel like you are in this position now where you're really owning this win. I feel like it was a win. Like I have to say, it was you took the W here. Like this friggin' divine warrior that you are. All right. So in this reading today, I would like to find out who or what was the source of this spiritual attack, right? What was their intentions or motivations? I'm going to get down to it. I want to know how how did the spiritual attack really try to manifest or interfere with your life? And last but not least, I want to tap into your inner strength and what tools did you summon, or what energies do you have here to help you that finally helped you break free. So we're going to be diving into all of that here in today's reading. So if you want to connect to the energy, if you feel like this message is for you, please go ahead and offer that energy exchange and hit the like button. I'm gonna ring the sound bowl, clear the energy here even more for this reading, and we'll get started. Okay, I'm gonna call in spirit. But if you are wearing headphones, loves, please take them out or skip ahead because this is loud. Here we go. Okay. Ooh. I just heard "you shall not pass." Like that Lord of the Rings moment. Okay, anyways, I'm calling on spirit with so much love and so much gratitude. I ask for divine guidance as I interpret these messages. May they help us all on our journey towards our highest and greatest good. I'm asking for love, joy, peace, abundance, and protection for myself, for you and for all beings on the planet at this time. Thank you so much, Spirit. Look at all the reversals that have popped out here. Yeah, someone definitely tried to mess with your money and your projects. It's all pentacles. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. I'm going to pull on this energy, and I already stated what my first question was. Who or what is the source of the spiritual attack against you? I feel like this is also giving the why. What is the motivation? So I'm going to tune into this energy, and I'm probably going to end up answering both of those questions in one, because the whole story is out. Okay. Just give me one moment. Blink of an eye. Okay, so you know how I said that it answers at least the first two questions that I had here? I feel like it answers all three. Like, I feel like the Spirit is serving us not only, who was behind the spiritual attack, what their motivation was, but even how they tried to mess with your life, okay? Let's unpack all of this here. We have the Knight of Pentacles coming up first, right? And I feel like this is someone who's typically methodical, stubborn, maybe even a little slow moving, but they are relentless. Okay. Think about that one person in your life who's like super calculated. Okay. They don't rush anything. They plan out every little move. Okay. Sometimes to the point of like obsessiveness. This energy that's coming at you, I mean, it definitely wasn't random or chaotic. It was cold and steady. Okay. This is someone who was trying to sabotage you slowly and like grinding down your energy bit by bit, like little drip. I don't know why I'm hearing drip, drip, drip. Like, I don't know, like a slow, like, how water slowly erodes a rock over time. Like, that's what I feel like. And it's very frustrating energy. Okay. It's very frustrating energy. And then here we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. And when this card flips upside down, okay, it's really about lack of teamwork, failed collaborations, maybe even someone who tried to build something, but they didn't have the skills or the integrity or honesty to do it right. Okay, so maybe whoever sent this energy was feeling left out, jealous, okay, or just plain bitter that you were leveling up and they were stuck watching from the sidelines, okay? Like, maybe they tried to bring you down because they couldn't keep up, and they definitely did not get the credit that they wanted, or the clout, or the recognition, whatever, right? And I mean, to have the Fool in reverse right in the middle here, this is, oh, it's a classic warning sign here of like recklessness and foolish choices, or someone who really just plunged right into the drama without thinking about any consequences here. Okay, so this tells me whoever was behind this attack had impulsive and immature intentions towards you. Okay, I feel like they were acting out of jealousy and fear, and definitely without any kind of clear plan, and with this desperate need to block your success. Okay, and this is, I mean, it feels like somebody was sending you the evil eye. Like, this is a lot of jealousy energy here. But let's continue. I mean, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse, and I feel like it's interesting because it represents power, control, wealth, okay, but in a very grounded, practical way. So, I mean, when it's upright. So, I mean, this might be someone who wants control, who wants to control your financial or material situation. Like, at least they want to affect your stability, okay? So it could have been a boss, a family member, maybe even a partner who felt threatened by your success, or by your independence, and so try to undermine you quietly, okay, but firmly. I have to say, like, again, very cold, very calculated energy. Excuse me. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed next to it, which, I mean, that's the energy of somebody who's probably insecure about their own power or resources, okay? They feel like they're not being supported. So this person could really be struggling with their own sense of worth or abundance. And then they projected that fear onto you. Okay, so they might have tried here to attack you out of this deep fear of losing what they think they deserve. All right, and the kicker at the bottom of the deck with the Four of Pentacles, I mean, this is all about holding on to, like, too tightly. This is fear of loss, and being quite miserly. All right, a lot of people call this the miser. This is the miser. This is like the Scrooge McDuck, hoarding all of their wealth, their coin, and stuff like that. Right? It's literally clutching so hard to what you have that you can't even breathe. Okay, this energy that was sent to you was desperate. Okay, they were definitely scared of losing control, scared that your rise would mean that it's going to be their downfall in some way. um and it's crazy because I mean, I've run into this kind of energy in my own life as well. And it's, just because someone else is out here winning, it doesn't mean that you can't win as well. Like, you know what I mean? It goes against the laws of the universe to what you wish on someone else is what you really wish for yourself. Okay. um so I mean, the people who are plotting on anyone else's downfall or wanting someone to fail, I mean, it's only going to show up in their own life. It's just the law of the universe. It's the way it works. Success and victory, I like to think, I saw a meme about it. It was like, it's not a pie, right? Just because it doesn't mean that if I have some, you get less. That's not the way it works, right? There's enough for everybody. Okay, there really is. So I just feel like this person they're very misguided in their core belief system in general. Okay. Because again, they feel like your success means they're losing. It's this zero sum game that they're playing. So they sent that spiritual attack to you, like almost like this shield of control or trying to keep you in your place. But I mean, that energy is clingy, it's fear-based, it's not strong, it's also not sustainable. So putting all of this together, the who really looks like somebody close. Okay, maybe even a family member, someone in your work circle, or like a person connected to your like financial or home life even, right? So they're calculated, they're jealous, they're insecure, and they're controlling. But they're also reckless in their desperation to keep you down, right? The motivation here was absolutely fear of losing control, power, status. And the way it tried to mess with you was slow and persistent, like tiny friggin' sabotage attempts, or like emotional gaslighting here that like maybe had you questioning yourself and your path, right? And so I feel like, just for another example, just so you really understand who this could be for you in your life, and this is just an example, but it could hit for some of you listening out here. Think of like a coworker who never congratulates you on your wins. Okay, they're always like undercutting you in meetings, or it could be the family member who keeps throwing shade about your choices and never says something outright. It could even be that ex-partner, who tried to drain your energy with like petty fights and drama, hoping that you're going to crumble. Okay. But I feel like you saw it coming, right? You recognized patterns. You fought back with all the protection work. And I feel like you absolutely crushed this energy. And this spread here to me is proof. It was calculated, but it definitely wasn't clever enough to stop your glow up. Okay. And so it's funny because I like started out with like 4 questions because I really channeled this scenario. And I was like, okay, these are the questions I'm going to ask for the reading. And I feel like I said, this one drop of energy coming from the deck, it really told the whole story. So not a lot of shuffling here. But I am going to let you know underneath the deck, after I pulled that 4 of Pentacles, I do see the 3 of Wands. And now this tells me that you are finally feeling free of this, attack right? And I guess my next question was really going to be about what inner strength and tools did you summon that really helped you finally break free and win the battle? Um, and I feel like this is just confirmation that you have, okay? Because now you're starting to see your ships coming in. Now you're starting to see some things fall into place for you, whether it is with your projects or goals or relationships, okay? However it manifests into your life and however this was being felt, you're finally starting to feel the energy flowing again and moving in a positive direction for yourself. So let me go ahead and ask next, about that inner strength, or what tools that you tapped into, like basically what energy was here. How did spirit have your back? We'll word it like that. How did spirit have your back, and what are your particular strengths and gifts that really sent this person packing, okay, or sent their attacks, spiritual attack, right back to them, return to sender, okay? So let's see what comes through with this question. Okay, spirit, please show me the spiritual strength of our wonderful tribe member who has sent this energy right back to the person. Return to sender. Oh, here we have the Nine of Wands. We have the Queen of Swords. This is just giving me a little bit more context, I feel, on how you were dealing with this. Death, there it is, right in the middle. You definitely put an end. Yep, there's the forward momentum with the Eight of Wands. King of Cups. What's at the bottom of the deck here? We have Six of Cups as well. I hope you can see that. Yeah, it's on there. Okay, I'm going to tune in. Okay, love. So just a little bit of a recap here. We asked Spirit, how they had your back in all of this, and what kind of inner fire and spiritual strength you tapped into that literally broke the curse, the evil eye, or whatever nasty energy was trying to drag you down. And all the cards here they're not here to play, okay? We have the Nine of Wands, and, this is straight up warrior energy, right? It's that moment that, you've really been through the battles. You're bruised, you're tired, but you're still standing, right? You're still guarding your heart and your boundaries. And it shows that you were on alert. Like, you weren't just sitting there like, oh, whatever. You were watching, you're protecting yourself, and you're saying, hell no, not today, Satan, And of course, with the Queen of Swords sliding in, this is that sharp, no BS, clear-headed energy. Like, this queen cuts through all of the confusion, okay, and the paranoia, and she really represents this mental clarity and boundaries, right? Like, the moment you basically said to yourself, like, enough with this doubt, enough with this fear, right? You saw what was happening and you decided to shut it down mentally and emotionally, right? No more mind games, no more being caught in any kind of spiral, right? Because it wouldn't have made sense to you. It would have been like, where is this energy even coming from? It is not mine, right? And then boom, right? We've got death. Okay, and of course, it's not about dying. No, this energy is transformation, right? It's really like the end of the toxic energy and that hold maybe it had over you, even just for a little while. Okay, you shed it. You shed that old limiting vibe, right? Like a snake friggin' sheds its skin. You closed the chapter. You stepped into a whole new version of yourself, right? This version that is unbreakable. Okay, unbreakable. And then following death, we have the Eight of Wands, which means fast movement, right? Sudden shifts and breakthroughs. So once you made that mental cut, and you were protecting your energy and you sent, return to sender, you did the return to sender thing. Things really started moving quickly in your favor again. Okay. So that slow grind of sabotage, right? It flipped to like fast forward, right? So you have opportunities, healing, and good energy rushing back into your life like a freaking tidal wave, okay? And with the King of Cups, I mean, this is all about emotional mastery, being like the calm in the storm, okay? So you didn't just like break free, you did it with grace, compassion, and control over your feelings, right? So even when the attack was messing with your mind, you kept your heart strong and steady, right? You're emotionally intelligent AF, okay? And that shield, it's like a shield of calm. It was really like a key part of your spiritual armor, okay? So under the deck here, we do have the Six of Cups, which is sweet, nostalgic energy. This tells me that you also leaned heavily into your roots, okay? So your spiritual foundation, any kind of past wisdom, or and maybe even healing childhood wounds and things like this to really reclaim your power. You may have called in ancestral support, okay? Any kind of past life guidance, or tapped into the innocence and purity of your soul self to cleanse and protect your energy, okay? So I feel like the message here is crystal clear. Like, spirit had your back every friggin' step of the way. You are a freaking warrior, okay, with razor sharp mental clarity, deep emotional resilience, and a fierce connection to your spiritual roots. All right. You did not just survive this spiritual battle, you won it. Okay. You transformed, you broke free, and now you're literally moving at lightning speed toward that life you deserve. And just, you feel, again, you feel a lot lighter, and that you're finally feeling some forward momentum here on your path. Okay. So this, hopefully this helps bring some kind of clarity and guidance or confirmation to you that, yeah, you were right. You were absolutely under some kind of spiritual attack or spiritual warfare. And now the protection that you have, or the ritual or whatever that you have done to protect yourself, your energy, to shield yourself, has worked. And now you have successfully completed this return to sender kind of energy. All right. So thank you very much for being here with me. Thank you to all of our OG tribe members and all of y'all who have recently joined the tribe. Welcome in. I'm so thankful to have you here. For those of you who are interested in the tea, okay, I'm going to extend this one, and because honestly, I want to know what the real story is behind this friggin' attacker's energy. Like, I'm going to find out what, like, hidden secrets, regrets, what are they desperately trying to bury or to hide. I want to know about their unraveling. And I want to know, how is it going to serve your ultimate rise? Because it's all connected, right? It is all connected. Like I said, it is a spiritual law that what you wish for others is what you wish for yourself. So I want to get the tea and find out what's going on for them, and basically find out their karma for doing this to a chosen one, earth angel, just a divine being, spiritual warrior, a protected, higher ranking spiritual warrior that you are here, friends. So if you are interested in that, I do appreciate your energy exchange and the support. It does help me continue to bring these free readings onto YouTube. It supports the work that I do, and I'm very grateful. The link will be posted to the top of the comments, and I will see you there, or I'll see you in the next reading, loves. I'm sending you so much love and so much protection, and not that you need it, but I'm going to send you an extra layer from your girl over here, and I'll meet you there, or I'll see you in the next reading. Take care.